after sort of 5 years of running so far.
Okay.
So it's a big difference for sort of a heavy user.
And they have it, I'm guessing they've got it running sort of 80% of their day.
I'm not sure it's quite running that much, to be honest with you, because they trial different fruits through it, but it's pretty much on and off most of the days, really.
Right.
Because it's so quick,
Yeah.
as you will see. So, sorry. It's very easy. If I so for cleaning wise, all you do is you flip that down.
Yeah.
That comes off. That can go over to the sink. This comes down. That can go through a machine. Yeah. That can go through. That all comes off.
That all can go through.
All go through the machine. Yeah. Very easy. Back together. The only thing that you will have to do is you have to replace this every so often. And all it is 3 screws, and you can buy that disc, and it's probably maybe about every 12 months or something like that. They're about £30 to replace, and you buy them through Chris again at Stevenson's. And all that will do, it'll be a false economy not to change it, because it will reduce your yield massively. Because as that goes blunt,
yeah,
the less yield you're going to get from the fruit.
So it's not, it doesn't slow it down or anything. It's just
don't slow it down. No. It's, I mean, eventually as it goes really blunt, it will put more pressure on the motor, but I don't think you'll ever get to that stage, because as it gets that blunt, you'll be thinking, God, there's hardly any yield coming through the machine at all. So, do I need to wait for the filmer?
No, it's going.
Okay, so all you got to do, don't think of this as a plunger, okay? You don't want to be forcing it down. It's gravity fed. Okay, so the less pressure you put on, the better it is. So you don't have to worry about coring it, peeling it or anything, just leave it on. So that is from 2 apples, obviously, you see.
So the first one came out like yellow and the second one came red.
Depends on the skin.
Okay.
All depends on the skin.
Wow.
Perfect apple juice. And as you can see,
that's all it's wasted?
that is all it's worth. There's a little bit more under there.
Yeah.
Not much.
And any, does any get stuck in the disc?
Nope.
Can you just show that to camera?
Yeah, of course I can, yeah. Sorry.
Spot on.
Okay. Okay, a little bit in the disc. Okay, all you would need to do now, okay, so if you then wanted something to run through and you didn't want apple taste in it, just get yourself a jug of water. So, all you would do, I'll use these, I think that'll be fine.
So you could put something else through it now, but it would have a slight taste of apple.
Slight taste, not too much. But if you were doing something that didn't have any apple taste at all you do, switch it on again. I'm hoping I've angled that correctly.
Yeah, that's good.
That's rinsed all the juice up, so you're good to go again with the next product, and you don't get any taste of apple there on there then. It's for if your next product's apple, you don't have to worry about rinsing it out. It's only if you're going to do something completely different, and I don't know what your menu is going to be. But still got apple thing on it, but there'll be no actual taste on there. There'll be no residue on it. So, but if you wanted to, I mean, all it is, it's as simple as pulling that off.
So the fruit's coming on onto the plate and going through, and then the waste is coming up the side.
Yes.
So that okay.
Yeah.
So the new stuff is not going to hit that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it makes sense, yeah?
Yeah.
What if you're doing like a combination juice? Would you put two things in together if you're doing a combination juice?
Yeah, so what is it you're...
Have you got the menu yet for smoothies? No.
No, absolutely not.
I imagine
Well, what are the most? You all know better, I guess. The most popular at the juice bars.
I imagine they stock their lot of vegetables like celery.
There is a lot, yeah. I mean,
beetroot.
it's the only thing that you have got to consider is if you're going to be doing things like oranges through it. There's no problem with that, but obviously because the orange peel is quite bitter, you need to peel the because it would automatically juice out. So if you have oranges, just peel them. If you've got pineapples is another one you have to peel because of how hard it is, but there's no juices out there that can cope with those.
So what about a fruit with a stone in?
And you need to take, how big the stone are you referring to?
Peaches, apricots, plums.
Peach you would need to take the stones out of and the plum. But it's just literally a case of just obviously cutting it off.
Get that stone out, yeah.
And then chuck the rest through. Little bits, I mean like the seeds and the apples, obviously no issues, but something that's too big that's going to literally cause the machine damage, then yeah. I would say anything above.
And so like a mango, you obviously need to take the stone out, but the skin would be fine.
Skin will be fine, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, the stone would need to come out.
Is there any limitations to vegetables? Carrots
Carrots are phenomenal through it.
Yeah.
Beetroot. I mean, that's quite where a lot of the market's going towards. Is the sort of the
Celery's quite stringy.
vegetables.
Does that go through all right?
Sorry?
Celery is quite stringy. Does
Celery
that go
goes through it
all right?
okay, yeah.
What's the yield like on stuff like a banana? Obviously, there's
No yield, I'm afraid, for a banana. You put a banana through it, and it would just literally plop out the back. It just wouldn't even get any juice through it. The yield of most things that have got juice into them. I mean, things that go into a smoothie like banana. Obviously, that's a completely different machine. You never get juice in banana. But things that do have liquid, like beetroot, there's very anything like that. Celery. I mean, celery's got quite a lot. Lettuce. I mean, I've even seen someone doing a burnt lettuce through here.
Yeah.
Well, lettuce is 90% water.
Yeah.
So you burn the lettuce, put it through.
kale.
Kale goes through. Yeah. The only thing with kale is the fact that you've got to put it with something because it's a leafy product. So
does it have the weight? Does it not have the weight to kind of hold it down? Is it?
It's just because it needs that product to go through with it. So if you're doing like kale and apple, you put some apple in there with a kale, and then there's no problem. Then same as spinach as well.
Yeah.
If you're doing spinach, it's a bit fiddly, but not you get used to it. If you're doing spinach and apple again, or spinach and orange. I don't know if that would go together, but you could put them in together, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So if you just put the spinach in on its own, because there's no liquid to sort of mix with it, it won't do a great deal.
Right.
So, but in terms of that, I mean, you've seen how quick it is. It's
Can Joe have a go?
yeah, of course you can. Yeah. Of course you can.
Have we got any other fruits? Or we just...
I've got some oranges because I was limited on choosing co-op, if I'm honest with you. So you can put some cut oranges through. I don't get one knife, that'd be just.
Can't just have knife like that. That's what I'm talking about.
You've got it. You must have a knife here because it's your kitchen.
Well,
You did have a knife here.
there'll be one somewhere. Can't be put there.
There you go. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh, you want not one and peel it in or just in half?
No, I'm going to peel them, but I'm just going to.
Anyway. Straight to the dishwasher.
That goes through. That's heavy, isn't it? Look.
Better GP there.
Thinking. So, apple-wise,
Apples, pears, carrots, anything like that can all go through.
you're looking about 3 for like a big glass.
Yeah.
Or 4
10 ounce.
maybe.
For that.
10 ounce.
Yeah.
You actually, if I'm honest with you, the older the vegetable, the more yield you get from it.
Okay.
So because these are quite new, been in a fridge,
So,
if they're actually kept out of a fridge as well, you'll get more yield out of them.
right.
Because these are quite new, they're literally not the best for juicing,
Yeah.
but just pop that on, that just secures it in place.
It won't go without that.
No,
And then just press green.
yeah, press green. Okay, and then you've got some oranges here. Yeah, you don't need it.
Pretty slow, but
So if you're thinking, I mean, what, an apple is about 20p an apple now, isn't it?
Yeah.
So if you're looking at 60p for a glass, and you're going to be, I think most people are retailing them about £3-4 now, aren't they, for a fresh juice? So
Yeah, we'd easily get £3, maybe more.
yeah, easily. People pay it quite happily, and the actual theatre of doing it there is then as well, because it's relatively quiet.
I was going to say that's about
It's
noise
small.
it gets, isn't it?
Yeah, you can actually do it on the bar.
Yeah.
It's just,
It wasn't really designed. Was it designed to be customer facing?
I don't quite know, to be honest with you, if that was how it was ever designed, if I'm brutally honest, but we do have a lot of places that have these on the bar. Oaxaca's one of the ones that we have that, I don't know if you know that brand at all, they have them on the bar.
She was an ex-master chef, wasn't she? Yeah.
So yeah, she was, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, she was Master Chef, she had these, she tried these against some of our competitors for the
That's
yield,
really
and these actually were massively better than the competitors for the yield.
Okay.
And I can get you a thing from, it's not Joe and the Juice, it's another juice bar in London, and they changed to these. They had 43 of them, and they saved 4 tons of fruit a year by changing to ours from the competitors. And I can get you an actual thing from them that actually states that, because that they've actually gave us that as proof that they have
So you can
that's
use
their
it,
cost
yeah.
savings.
Oh, just the difference between that and the J100, it's just the exhaust at the back, is that right?
So the J100 is it's a bigger machine, bigger motor, sits slightly higher.
Bigger opening?
James, do you want
It doesn't have a bigger opening, no. It doesn't have a bigger no. It's exactly the same size. The only other difference
And the
is
disc's the same size and everything. Isn't it?
everything else is exactly the same. It's just a bigger motor, slightly taller machine.
and exhaust at the back, straight to the waist bit, right?
You can have them exhaust so it goes into the waste bin, or you can have them set up like this. It all depends what you want
Is that an
to
option
do.
on both?
Yes.
Oh right, I didn't realise that. Right.
Yeah. So you could have sort of an exit, so it sits at the back of the table
Yeah.
with a bin sat there, so you don't have to worry about keep emptying it. So all you would have is a bin like this, just sat there
Yeah.
with the waste going straight
Does
into
it
it.
spray or?
No.
Okay.
And it is straight.
Should we try an apple and orange?
Yeah, of course you can. You try all this stuff. This food, it'll only be going in the bin if you don't want to take it with you afterwards. So. You do get some occasional noise like that when you actually have you cash a pip or something like that, or
Fill the glass, that one. Or those two.
all depends on the fruit. There's no exact science to which one's going to give you more, I'm afraid. Sometimes you get well, like I say, warm fruit that's actually slightly a couple of days old is better.
I'll stop this now.
Red button, red button. What the hell's a red button?
So good.